So my mother's a Latin one. She's on the Colombian side. And she's the immigrant, which is very bizarre. Because if you have an ethnic or an immigrant parent, you'll understand this. They make no sense. It's like they're living by two sets of rules, very strict. I got a second earring when I was 15. My mother stopped the dinner. She looked at me. She goes, "Excuse me. What is that hanging from your ear?" I was like, "Mom, it's a second earring. I got it at the mall. All the girls have them. It's not a big deal." And she looked at me and she went, "Oh, okay, fine." No, it's fine. Me have fine. If you want to be a prostitute, you be a prostitute. I'm only your mother. I only rolled coins to come to this country. Like, every time there's a different story. Meanwhile, the reality is, like, she had a boyfriend she didn't like. She went and escaped. Like, there was no hard shit, you know? She's like, "I had to roll newspapers around my shoes to come to the..." No, you were getting away from an idiot boyfriend. And you came over on a plane, not in a leaf boat. You came over on a plane. I got a tattoo that was a catastrophe. She saw the tattoo on the beach from like 60 yards away. And she's a little Spanish midget, you know? Literally, she's like 5'0", my mother. So I come out of the water and she sees it. She goes, "Mija! Is that a tattoo?" Like, literally that, like, boats were backing up, dolphins killing themselves. This is how a dolphin would kill itself, by the way. We get up on a fin and run a razor across a neck it doesn't have. So I have one grandmother left, on the Irish side, of course, because they're kept alive by anger and booze, if you don't know. And so, like, they don't get along, my mother and my grandmother. Not so much as she's racist. Like, adorably racist. Like a rotary phone. Like a souvenir. To the olden days kind of racist. It's like, what, hello? So they can't stand each other, and it's gotten to the point where my mother doesn't even hide it anymore. She basically just angrily waxes the floor, hoping my grandmother will come over and just slide into oblivion. I don't even know. And I'll turn to my grandmother at 9 o'clock in the morning. I'll be like, "Grandma, can I get you something?" She's like, "I need a scotch. Why am I alive? Tell the Mexican to get me a scotch." And I'm like, "She's Colombian." I'm like, "Mom, should I get her a scotch?" And literally my mother's like, "Get the puta bitch whatever she wants. I didn't sign on for this. I don't know what the day's going to bring. I married your father for the green card. It's time, you know." Very tough love. Very tough love. She's afraid of black people, okay? Clearly, I am not. I'm shaped like a question mark, okay? I'm not afraid of black people and black men in particular. But Grandma, afraid of black people. You know who takes care of her now? 2 black nurses. It's like, don't be racist, don't be prejudiced, because whatever you're prejudiced against, that's what's going to take care of you at the end of your life. And if that theory holds true, my Irish father is going to be taken care of by a pack of gay Muslims. I usually just sit back and enjoy that one myself. So the Irish, you know, we drink, we definitely drink. I think that men and women drink differently. I think the way men get drunk is they get really, really drunk. They beat the shit out of their best friend. They throw up, and then somehow magically they're friends again with that best friend. I don't know how that works, but it's some kind of contract between the peni. It really exists. Women, totally different. The way women get drunk is we go through every human emotion possible in the shortest possible time frame. That's how we do it. It's really quite lovely. I've experienced once or twice myself. It usually starts with euphoria. That's why you continue. There was one New Year's where I had a couple cocktails. I was so high on life. I was like, I love my life. I love my friends. I have the best girlfriends a girl can have. Like, I was grabbing them. I was like, I love you. I love you. I had a couple more cocktails, something switched. The very same women, I looked at them, I was like, but you're all bitches. Every last one of you is a little bitchy. Remember Harry Potter, J-Lo? Do you remember? Yes, I do. Then you'll have like a couple more and the switch will flip again. And what happened to me was I found myself gently sobbing in the corner at a party that I had invited everyone to. Now you would think that my friends would have gotten me out of there, but I just called them bitches. So apparently they had a conference, they put a little party hat on me. And they're like, she's fine. Just throw some glitter that way, no one will notice. It's part of the entertainment. Right? So the next day I had to call my friend and I had to say, okay, Kathy, just tell me, when did the gentle sobbing start? And she was like, all right, well, Beck, there was a drink spilled at the party. This is what happens when you get really drunk. You know, molehill into a mountain. All right, because there was a drink spilled at the party, and it all started to flood back to me slowly. I saw the drink, and in the middle of the party, I went, there's a mess! Somebody needs to clean up the mess! Oh, God, I'm a mess! Somebody clean me up, I'm a mess! Oh, man. So my brother's gay. I don't know why I can't get a sitcom. The Latin and the gay and the... What I love about him, though, is that he's not like a super gay. I mean, that has its place in the world, Danny. But, you know, I wish he was a little more faggoty. I do. Because if I want gay men around me, I want a faggot. I want a stylist. But my brother is this weird, like, frat boy in love. You know what I mean? Like, I walked into his apartment. I'm like, can you guys go to Pottery Barn or something, please? Like, are you kidding me? It's like where, like... So it's gotten to the point where it's like the two extremes are bad to me. Like you don't want like a super gay where like the person didn't come out of the closet, they were shot out of a cannon, you know. Wearing like sequins, tap shoes, a hat, you know. It's a little too much. Well, my brother's on the other side. Now my mother can't handle it any which way it is. She can't handle it. She's now gotten to a point where she screams at me about it. We were on vacation, swimming in the ocean, and she gets all the stereotypes wrong, which is hilarious, okay? We're swimming in the ocean, we're talking about my brother, and she's like, oh, I know what they do. I know what they do. Two men living in a house together, maybe a log cabin by the river, where they wash their own clothes, make their own bread. I was like, they're gay, not pioneers. You do know that. You are aware. And I mess with her a little bit, and she gets so mad at me. She's like, oh, you think it's so cute to be gay. You think it's adorable. You think it's so cute. I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing in Manhattan, running around with the gays. Like it's the running with the gays of Pamplona. Through the streets of the Lower East Side where I live. Like I'm being chased with some kind of stiletto dildo duct taped to a gay man's head.